This is the APC UPS. It's a 1500 kVA right down there, and I'm going to show you how I troubleshot it. Last night it was making some sounds and blinking, so I took it out of circuit. Currently this is the not the bypass, but this is the secondary side. I'll show you here a little later, but I'm going to turn it on. It comes on and it looks like it has a good charge. It says online, and we have an estimated 390 minutes with no load. I think it's typically at 400, but let me go ahead and stop the recording, and actually let me just rearrange. I am removing this plug here, so this guy is off, and now I'm going to move this over to the UPS side. It was just the whole display was flashing and there was no battery. This has had overnight to charge up, and what I'm going to do is to remove the power cord. Coming around. Right, you notice how fast the minutes are going away, and the battery has gone down to 0. I'm going to plug it back in. Now, you saw how fast that died. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove the battery here in a minute. Alright, it's been about an hour and the battery's not back up, but I'm going to pull the battery out and do some looking and measurements here for you. Alright, you push down on these two. This is the bottom, and you slide and you see there's the battery. So let me lay the battery down, the unit down, so I can pull the battery. Alright, here's the unit. It's on its side. Here's the rear, here's the front. I'm going to pull the battery out. Here we go. So the battery here, when it comes inserted the other way, like so. And you have to pull it out and to flip it. But anyway, here is the battery. This is the APC. It's original. And what I'm going to do is to pull this off and show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to try take 2 on this. Alright, this says 25.67. It was 26.3. I'm going to turn on the Noid light, and then we can watch what the voltage does do. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. There's the Noid light. You can see it's at 22 volts. The light is on, and it's dropped 3 volts. Actually, it dropped 4 originally because it was at 26. And now we're recording, and so I'm going to disconnect the light. It goes back up to 23.7, but it should be higher than that. What you see before you is a battery that came out, and this is going to come apart here in a second, but what you see is the battery when it was charged was at 13.23, and now it's been sitting, but it's now setting at like 12 volts. Setting it 12 volts. So this battery likewise was less than perfect. So let me disassemble the battery pack so you can see what it is. Alright, the battery pack has two sides. You got the green side and the red side. You have two connectors. There's nothing there, so when you install it this way, it will not plug in. This side here has plugs, so it plugs into the contacts of the UPS. To remove this, simply comes off. Now if I had two batteries, you could replace it, but let's see what this looks like. Alright, there's one side, and you can see this battery here is indeed the same as the one I was testing, a CP1290. Okay, flipping this over, you see the other side. And you can clearly see that there are two batteries that are tied together, and they're separated by this platform. Removing the platform, or the piece in between, remove the one. You got black going to the other side of the black on the battery. It's a snug fit. Okay, and you got it goes to the black side of the other battery. This red one is there, so we got one battery. Flipping this over, make sure I get all this captured here. Set this battery aside, set this one here. Right, here's the one black wire. The red wire goes to the red contact here. This black contact goes over. So let me see, that wire stayed with the battery. And they did crimp these down. I'll give them credit there. Okay. What happens is you have the black side goes here on one of the runs, and the other one goes to the red wire. And here are the two batteries. Coming here, measure the voltages. Let's get the test light out of there. Alright, we got 12.48. .04. So what I'm going to do is go set these on the battery charger. See what the battery charger says. Alright, I'm sorry for the blinking, but it says 00. This is the battery that was running at 12.48 volts, so it was 0.6 of a volt lower. Looking this up, it says 12.4. I'm gonna say this is a gel, and let's start this. I'm going to start it on slow. It says on. SUL. We'll go look that up. I can't remember what it is. This is, it's trying to clean the battery leads is what it's doing. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I did go take a look. It's SUL, which stands for Sulfated Battery. It's going to put it through a mode trying to save it, but it's not going to save it. That's what happened to the last one. But anyway, so when I get the new battery in, I'll show you how to install it and what a good running one looks like. Thank you. All right. This is the replacement battery. It comes from UPC, Upgrade Parts Company. Here's the battery saying I can't throw this one away. This battery. Taking the measurement of how the battery comes charged is 25.73, which is actually lower than the battery I took out that was at 26 but had a sulfate problem. Anyway, I'm going to install the battery. This is the underneath. I pulled out the panel. I'm going to install the battery inside the unit. Edit this day. This is the contact point. This one doesn't have contacts. That's how it's shipped. Alright, it's in. The connection is made. Woohoo! Sorry. Don't edit that. That was kind of interesting. Alright. I'm going to plug in the UPS right now. Nothing is connected. It's plugged in. Let's see. I'm going to turn it on. $120. I heard a click. 24 minutes of UPS remaining. 120. The battery appears to be low. $120. Wow. I have not received one this low before. The other was halfway. Let's stop and leave this go for a while. I'll get back with you in the morning. Alright, the battery was low. This is the following morning. Let's see what we have. It is slowly charging up. So I'm going to let it go for a few more hours to get up to full charge, and we'll do a little more testing. Okay, it's not been 24 hours. Probably, yeah, it's not been. But now we are at full charge. I'm going to set up to do the test that we did earlier. Okay, all right. Step one here See the voltage where it's set up. You see up here the current and wattage, voltage, amperage, and wattage. Going to set this up. I'm going to plug in some GoPro batteries to charge. You can see that it's charging. You can see we're drawing 200 milliamps at 5 volts or 1 watt. Going to come back here. Hook in the stick, and you're going to see it's drawing 2.7 amps or 13 watts. If you look here, it's not showing you what the load is because it's relatively small. But let me unplug it. You should hear an audible alarm. It's telling you that we have 288 minutes left. That's good. When it's totally charged and no draw, you get 400. You can see everything is working. We're still pulling 2.7 amps, 0.2 amps, 200 milliamps. So we got not quite 300, not quite 3 amps. So we'll let it run for just a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm going to have it silence. Right? We're going to let it run here for a couple minutes. That's a successful battery change. The batteries came depleted. I wasn't happy about that, but anyway, that's the company. That's this. You can also see there's a number 2. I have 4 UPSs. This is the second battery I've had to change. They're about 4 years old. Anyway, you can see that it's holding stable. You can see that the current is dropping on the upper load. That's this right here. And this consists of I guess that mute button isn't working too terribly good, but these are 2 GoPro batteries. This is some sort of GoPro stick. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed it. You can see it's working much better than the last battery that had sulfate problems. So now I'm going to plug this back in. You heard it click, the alarm go off, and there you go. Thanks for watching.